But I'm not gonna wake up, I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa, no, not yet, whoa, no, not yet, whoa.
Alrighty, we are doing a reset today. If you can look around your house and you see anything that needs reset, I basically have two types of resets. When I have my kids with me, I do a Sunday reset after our busy weekend, and I kind of reset the house for the week. And then when I don't have my kids with me, I actually do a Friday reset after they go to school, and I will reset the house for the upcoming week when they're not going to be with me. And so that's what today is. Today is a kid-free reset. We do our daily cleaning when my kids are here, but I definitely don't put the focus on my home when the kids are here. And so that's why I kind of like to do a reset right after they leave. That way everything is just put together and set up, and I don't have to like put a ton of time and effort into it throughout the week. So we are going to go throughout my entire house, reset everything. I'll share all the motivation with you guys. We can keep each other company. It'll be all good. So let's jump into it.
Go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine.
Hey, a few things. First, I decluttered all of this. Still not put away, still not donated, but I am gonna take care of it today, and I'll put it in my car and I will drop it off tonight. The other thing is I've had like just a busy long day. It's been a busy work day and getting everything done. So I'm honestly not feeling this. Like, kind of want to just leave this and let it be. I don't want it hanging over my head for the weekend. So my go-to lately has been either putting in my headphones, especially if my kids are here, but if my kids are not here, I got this speaker, it's a JBL, got this, and I just like blast it and put on some good music, and that has been like my hype lately for a while, is some good music. So I'm gonna put my music on and get to work.
We found love here, together we will shine, but we know we're running out of time, cause we met like strangers in the night. Don't tell me it's over now. You got that something in the way you smile. I see that spark lights in your dark blue eyes, so I can't let you go without telling you this now. I wanna see you again. I could travel 1,000 miles just to feel your arms around me. I could travel 1,000 miles just to feel your arms around me. I won't give my love to you, but will I see you when I get there?
As you're getting some cleaning motivation, you're gonna see me like literally just jamming out to music. I'm like singing along, bobbing my head, and it's all good. It sometimes looks like I'm talking to someone or just talking to myself, but I'm just having the time of my life, resetting my home, and I don't know, it's been incredible. It's helped my mood so much, blasting it, especially like I said, when my kids aren't home or just like on my headphones. So don't mind how silly I look, just know I'm enjoying myself and getting things done. And I hope that you're able to find whatever does that same thing for you, because for me that's like incredible. Also, I just want to say, I know a lot of you guys have been with me for a really long time, and I'm so grateful for that. That being said, a lot of you have seen me in a very kind of like my normal old state that I was in for years and years, and then you also saw me in a very low state where I was really struggling for months and months and months, and so many of you guys have stuck it out with me and been there for me, and I'm like so incredibly grateful. I will never ever be able to tell you how grateful I am for you. I am so grateful also to share that, like, honestly, kind of since January, I feel like I really have turned a leaf, and I truly am doing so good. I'm not having to fake it. I feel like genuinely I have just gotten to such a good, peaceful state within myself, and I'm so incredibly grateful for that. I know a lot of it has been time, a lot of it has been a lot of consistent therapy, and then I think a lot of it also has just been actually not numbing anything. Like, for this entire time, I really really allowed myself to feel everything, which sucked so bad. It was really rough, but I also think that is where the healing has kind of come from also, because I wasn't numbing things, because when you numb stuff, you know, it doesn't actually go away. It just lingers and lingers. And so if you're going through something, just know it will end. There is an end in sight. It just might take a lot longer than you think, and it will be a lot more painful than you think, but you can get there. So that's all I want to say about that. But it does feel good to, of course, reset my home, but also get this decluttering stuff out of my home, because like I said, I decluttered like a couple weeks ago and it was just hanging out there reminding me like, hey, go ahead and donate me. So anyway, I feel like that's almost like a big part of the struggle of the decluttering process. Not that like you're having a hard time getting rid of it, but just actually getting it in the car and driving it and dropping it off. So it does feel good to get that done. Okay, this is so random, but I got this, I don't even know what you call it. It basically like almost sandpapers your skin, which is kind of great because it actually exfoliates it too. I found this from, I want to say it was like TJ Maxx / Marshall's, one of those stores. Actually, when I was visiting my friend in Utah. So if you want to go this route, this works pretty good, but you do need to kind of do it for a while. Like it's not just like, oh, and it's clear. Like you have to sit there and scrub your arm, but it feels really nice and smooth. You can use it like anywhere that you have hair, except I did try it under my arms. Not the greatest in like personal areas, but I also wanted to share, there's a girl that I just started going and getting like waxing done anyway, and she is like so good. So if you live in the North Phoenix area, I will link her down below, but she's like very North Phoenix. She's so good, like very talented. She knows exactly what she's doing. So, and she works for herself, so I just love like sharing small businesses. But anyway, if you want to get waxed and you live in this area, then I will put her info down below and you just tell her that Amanda sent you. But anyway, so random. Like I said, so random, but that's what this is. And that's what I've been doing lately.
Tell me how, be closer to ya. Tell me how, and I'll do it, babe. Cause I just wanna make you feel what I do about you. So just tell me.
Funny story, like whenever I go on an airplane and you can bring a personal item, I know you can bring your purse, but what I always like to do is actually bring a backpack and put my purse inside, and it gives you like a little extra room that doesn't cost you anything extra. So random, but I won't be able to leave my dry shampoo in there because that'll be an aerosol, but I'll move that. But anyway, just a little random tip.
I love it when you whisper in my ear, words only meant for me to hear. Promise that your secret's safe with me. You're the only reason, yes, you're the only reason.
And I see that I forgot to mention, I was actually getting ready to fly to Utah to see my sister and do a nursery makeover for their very first baby that's gonna be born this coming summer. And I was so excited. Now at this point, when you guys are seeing this video, I am actually already back from Utah. The makeover went very well. We didn't really have a ton of hiccups or anything, and I'm so happy with how everything came out. So you guys will be seeing that video next week, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, super side note, just that's like what I was packing my bag very lightly for. If you've been around for a while, you already know I've had eufy robot vacuums in my home for years, and they have always been reliable. They clean really well, and they're just one of those brands that have truly earned my trust. Now, when eufy sent over their newest one, the Omni S2, I could immediately tell that they really leveled this version up, and I've been genuinely excited to share it with you. Now, the first thing that I noticed is how well it cleans. The suction is really strong, but what impressed me the most is that it stays strong. I think we've all had those robot vacuums that start out great and then slowly lose power over time, and this one doesn't do that. The S2 uses multi-cone cyclone technology, which keeps the filter clean at all times, even after weeks of running on carpets, hard floors, under furniture, all of it, and it's still pulling up tons and tons of dust and crumbs and hair just like it did on day one, which promotes a cleaner, safer, and healthier home environment for the entire family. And if you have pets and kids or just deal with hair everywhere, you'll really appreciate this like I do. The brushes are anti-tangle, so I'm never stopping it to pull hair out. I just don't have to think about maintenance, and it just keeps going. Now let's talk about the mopping, because that is another place where it really stands apart. The mop actually cleans itself while it's mopping, so it's always using a clean mop instead of spreading dirty water around, and when it's done, it goes back to the base, washes everything with hot water, dries itself, and it's ready for the next run. I don't touch it, I don't think about it, and the floors feel genuinely clean, not streaky or sticky. It's also really smart about how it moves, and it avoids cords and obstacles. It adjusts when it goes from hard floors to rugs or thicker carpets. It even lifts itself up and increases suction automatically. It's so nice because I don't babysit it, I just let it do its thing in the background. This is one of those upgrades that quietly makes life easier. I'll be cooking or working or just spending time with the kids, and the floors are getting cleaned without me even thinking about it. So if you've been considering a robot vacuum or upgrading the one you already have, this one is honestly worth looking into. I do have a code for you. It's eufy S2 VIP, and I'll leave the link in the description box down below so you can go ahead and check it out. You guys know I only share things that I use and actually love in my home, and this one has absolutely earned its place. Here I'm just going through and obviously resetting my boys' bedrooms. They are typically the ones that are more responsible for cleaning their spaces. However, obviously it's not the most clean, so I like to come in here and just kind of like reset it a little bit for them. And this is something that I specifically do on the Fridays when they go back to see their dad. I will reset their room so that when they do come back, it's all set up for them again. One realization that I had, actually I think kind of back in January, was that I felt like my life and my identity was being a mom. I think if you're a mom, that's very common. That's kind of like, I don't know, being a mom is very, it's a lot. You have to wear a lot of hats. It really does kind of take over a lot of your life. And so I think it's almost natural to let that become your identity. However, I found it was so incredibly difficult to not be with them 24/7. Like I went from seeing them every single day of their entire lives to not seeing them like almost half the time. And I had a realization that that is actually just not fair to them, that I had kind of made them my identity. And so I kind of thought about that for myself. Like I would not want the weight of being everything to my mom, if that makes sense. I want her to be her own person. Of course, I want her in my life and I want to connect with her and be with her and all the things. but also like I don't want to have that weight. That's a lot to put on a kid. And so even though that is a common thing that a lot of moms, like their identity is their kids, I just realized that I need to actually really start focusing on myself while they're with their dad. And that honestly has helped me so much. It's helped me become a better person, a stronger person, and it's actually helped me be a better mom for them. And so just some little chit chat randomness, but I wanted to share that with you guys. And then once I got done in Liam and Noah's room, I went down to the powder room downstairs and then also kind of freshened up Luke's room a bit too. It's feeling so good. So upstairs is done. The floors are being worked on up there. Kids' rooms, my bedroom's all done. The bathrooms are done. Music is like, it's been so good for me. You gotta find what you like. I feel like self-help books are good if I'm like, just like needing to feel like I'm doing something extra. Podcasts are good and entertaining. Obviously you can listen to YouTube videos or you can put them up on the TV and watch, that's good too. But music, it's just like turn it up and just, I don't know, find whatever like boosts your energy, because that has been so good for me. And it can take me from like wanting to just go sleep or like not feeling good to like, yeah, I can do the whole house. It's fine. That's fine. I'm feeling good. We're making some good progress. So I really just have this room, the dining room, which these two spaces actually don't get used all that much. Like that is mostly if we're having like a nicer dinner, but a lot of times we're very casual and we just sit at the other table in the living or in the kitchen, or it's for homework. We do homework and stuff in there. Like we'll play games in there. And then honestly, I don't know. This is like, if you want alone time, you come hang out in here. I don't know that we've really turned that TV on very much. I thought we would use it a lot more than we have, and we just really haven't. So this one is my chair. That is like my go-to spot. If I just wanna like have some downtime, you'll find me over there just sitting, I don't know, drinking a tea or doing whatever, just sitting over there. And then I feel like the kids will come kind of hang out on this couch a little bit. But the good thing about that is this room doesn't get used all the time, so it doesn't get that messy. So we have these two spaces, the kitchen, the family room, that one gets crashed in a lot. And then my office, which is always a thing. So, and then just kind of cycling through laundry, but we're making some progress. I hope you guys are doing the same, or at least getting motivation for later to do the same. We'll reset our houses together. You guys remember this mirror? I actually got this. This is an antique mirror and it is so stinking heavy, but I love it. I either got it for like $10 or for free, and I can't honestly remember. It was actually, I was picking up a different like furniture piece from this guy, and I was like, oh, are you selling that mirror? And he was. And so he was like, you just love it so much, I'm just either gonna give it to you or give you a really good deal. And I don't remember which it was, but it's like my favorite. I love this mirror so much. You'll always find it in my house, wherever I live. So here I'm obviously going around watering my plants. I do think I have a lot of plants, but I honestly just love them so much. I feel like they add so much to my home. They just make it feel very cozy and inviting and lived in, and I love it. And then you can see the plants actually on the top windows up there. Those have been kind of a pain to water, but I think I'm gonna start watering them with ice cubes because I can just get my little step stool out and drop an ice cube or two in, and it's nice because it just like slowly melts and doesn't overwater the plant, but then they're still getting that attention. And I did add those plants up top in my last video, so I will link that up above if you guys haven't seen it. But I also was just curious, like, how often do you go through and do a whole house reset? I used to not do them very often just because it can be overwhelming, but with my situation now, with my kids not being here all the time, I found that I've been doing the whole home resets a lot more often, like I said, about every week. And I really like it because it does feel so much cleaner when the entire house gets all that attention all at once, and I just feel like it actually stays a lot cleaner. Alrighty, and I have been getting questions about this and I keep forgetting to update you guys, but I recently, like within the last month, redid this whole built-in desk area, and my landlord loved it. He was so thrilled with it, which made me so happy. I was like nervous at first, like I hope he likes it, but he did. So I haven't asked if I can do something else yet, but I'm honestly anticipating that he will say yes. I want to wait until I figure out exactly where I want to work on next and kind of what my plan is for that next space, and then I'll ask him. But if you guys have any suggestions of where you think I should work on next, I don't think I'm gonna tackle the kitchen very next, but that will be coming. Then I can go ahead and get some ideas going and then ask him for permission, and then fingers crossed. I was just thinking to hang this, and look, it slipped and totally busted. Oh no. You know, and like something like that happens, and then you're like, just let me redo 5 seconds, 5 seconds, go back. Ugh, there's nothing to do. You see it? It's like a massive crack. Such a pretty mirror. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Let that maybe be lesson to me to just hang my mirrors up quickly instead of procrastinating. So in my very last video that I just posted, I actually went through and decorated for spring, and it feels so good and light and airy and a little feminine in the house, and I'm loving it so much. You guys know I've kind of leaned into more of like that feminine state. It's not so much, like I definitely want my kids to feel very comfortable here. They're all boys, obviously, but at the same time, I don't want them to just get used to like no color, you know, like I feel like that's kind of almost how I was previously, is I really didn't lean into the feminine side of things. But once I moved out, I just really have embraced that, and I've loved it so much. I feel like that's kind of where I naturally am at, and I do want my kids to feel comfortable with that feminine touch of things. And so anyway, I've been loving it so much. But if you haven't seen my spring decorate video, I will link it up above for you as well. We've been doing a lot of fun videos lately. And then I always love to shout this out because I love my diffuser, but this one is one that I actually got secondhand. It's normally like hundreds of dollars, I think, which is so wild. I have the best diffuser dupe for this exact diffuser. It looks almost identical. It works just the same. I've actually purchased it personally, and so I will have that one linked down below, but I really love adding diffusers in my home because it's a natural way to make your home smell incredible. It's very affordable. Like once you buy the diffuser, the oils, I have some really good affordable ones that I love, but then also they just last for a really long time. So it costs you almost nothing to naturally scent your home, and it's just my favorite.
I told you I think that we made a mistake, 'cause you and I, we lost our sight. It's all about give and take. I don't wanna see when you're at parties with Ollie and the others. You know I really got along with him and your family. Your ex got barely saw. Did we do it right? You know, no. Did we speak from our hearts so we could make it right without a fight? You know, no. Imagine what would happen if we did it right. It got me spinning round, round. 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 I'm standing here in plain sight. Still it doesn't seem like you see me. I hate everything about this night. Doesn't matter what I do can get to you. I don't wanna see when you're at parties with Ollie and the others. You know I really got along with him and your family. Your ex got barely saw. Did we do it right? You know, no. Did we speak from our hearts so we could make it right without a fight? You know, no. Imagine what would happen if we did it right. It got me spinning round, round. It got me spinning round, round.
Okay, you'll have to let me know if you still enjoy seeing cleaning videos. I actually love watching them, not just in general, I guess, but more so when it's like someone that I really love, like my friend Lynn. I love sitting down to watch her videos, or not necessarily sitting down. I feel like a lot of times I'm like on the go when I'm watching them, but I love them because even if we're both feeling really busy, it just feels like we can kind of catch up with each other. And I know actually my sisters honestly do the same. Like for a little while, they've all told me like, I love just watching your videos, like putting them on and just seeing like, oh, what's Amanda up to? And I don't know, it just helps you kind of feel connected to people that you feel connected to. So anyway, random, but let me know if you do still like watching these. I feel like YouTube doesn't have a ton of cleaning videos anymore, not like back in the old school YouTube days, which that was so fun. I love that. But it is fun to get motivation for the day or for the week, but also feel like you're hanging out with a friend. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Oh, and then random, like super random, but literally last night I found a scorpion. Like I kind of call him like a teenage scorpion because he wasn't like a little baby, but he definitely wasn't a full grown one. But those are honestly a little bit scarier because I've heard that they don't know exactly how much venom to push out. And so they literally just pump all of it if they sting you. Thankfully, it didn't get stung. I almost stepped on him walking into my bathroom, so that was no good. But that was actually the third scorpion that we found in or around our house in like 2 weeks. I found one on the front porch when I was decorating that. And then Luke found one next to my office. He couldn't tell if it was already alive or already dead before they squished him, but then the one in my bathroom was definitely alive. So that is no good. Time for us to get the house sprayed. I've been kind of putting that off thinking, oh, maybe we don't have an issue here. Maybe it's fine. And now that we're getting into some warmer weather, the scorpions are coming out and I'm like, all right, I'm going to get this together because I do not want to get stung. Noah got stung actually last winter over at his dad's and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that. So we're going to take some precautions here. Alrighty, wrapping things up. It always feels so good to get the entire house picked up, organized, cleaned, all the things, and just kind of truly like reset. It just feels really peaceful. And by the way, the cats love this spot over here. I feel like they use it more than anybody, but I also wanted to mention, I did do my office maybe like a month ago or maybe longer. I don't even know. I can't keep track of time anymore, but I have really loved it so much. I shared how I actually just did not love going in my office. I feel like it had a lot of bad memories because of the furniture that I brought from my previous home. And so whenever I redid my office, it has felt so good in there. I actually love all of my work time in here. It just feels so peaceful, so calming, and honestly, it's just very pretty too. And I also do my workouts in here, which mostly is like running on the treadmill and then some squats and like random stuff. But if you haven't seen my office makeover or my new morning routine video, I will link again both of those videos below for you guys. But I've just been so happy with how the office turned out. And now I feel like I can just relax for the weekend, chill out, and everything should stay pretty clean because again, my kids are not here right now. So if it does get dirty, it's on me, which does not get near as dirty as when you have 3 kids, kind of taking their toll on the house. But I hope you guys have an incredible rest of the day. Also, I know you saw that eufy following me around, cleaning my floors right behind me. So if you want to take advantage of their deal, like I said, I will have that link down below for you guys. But thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.